Alrighty, here we are for game one of the 22 NBA Finals. We've got Boston versus Golden State, and today I'm joined with Mark Chop Chop Reed. How are you, brother?
Good, man. Very, very good. This is going to be an interesting game that we've got here. This is going to be the first simulation of a finals. We're online right now, so please shut the fuck up.
Love you, Eunice.
So, please forgive the viewers. Please forgive us for it's incredible.
We send our love. We send our love.
We seem to have some domestic abuse going on.
No, it's all love, all love. So, mate, bloody Boston came through. What did you think of that?
I thought we always expected Boston to do it, but it was they scrapped their way to it. They could have lost it very easily.
That's
there
right.
There were a couple of plays in the last game where Boston were given a get out of jail free card when Butler missed that that last 3-point shot.
Yep.
And went for the win. He was given that, and also when who was it? One of the Heat actually had their 3-pointer rescinded. And
was that what's his name? Strauss?
Yeah.
Yep.
True.
And, mate, did you realise that Jimmy played all 48 minutes? I didn't realise that.
Yeah. And I think that played into the fact that he made that choice for that last 3-pointer.
Yeah. He actually did that when it was Miami versus the Lakers in the bubble. I believe he played all 48 minutes in the last game as well. So he was trying to put the team on his back, but, yeah, just couldn't get it done.
And I think that's going to come into a huge amount of discussion for the postseason for them and who they're going to acquire so that he doesn't have to go to all of that length to get them across. So I don't know how they're going to end up doing that.
Yep.
But how I mean, you've got a guy who's got to do 48 minutes to try and get up a last-minute heave. And these are the guys that sort of won the conference playing stats, right? I mean, they won the full season. They were the top.
They won the East.
They won the East. That's what I'm saying. So I think Jimmy. I mean, he put it together eventually, but unfortunately, just not enough. That last 3 minutes of the Eastern Conference Finals were about 2 minutes too late for the Miami to start reeling them back in.
Now
that was sad. That was sad because Boston were collapsing. But at the end of the day, got to give it to Boston. I mean, they fought their way. They fought their way here. They've had 2 7 series. That's right.
Yeah. And so if you were Pat Riley, and now obviously you're looking towards next season, are there any pieces that you're looking to add, or would you just run it back with this squad?
No, I wouldn't run it back with this squad. I would. First of all, you've got a lot of injuries to get right for this next season.
Yeah.
They have a lot of injuries. They got battered and bruised. Yeah. I'd probably go and try and acquire a Kyrie.
Yep. But would you trust Kyrie? I mean, right.
I don't trust Kyrie, period, but I would think he would be a very, very good fit down there because
Pat Riley runs a bloody tight ship. I only found out this the other day, but he has a rule in the team that they all have to be under a certain body fat percentage. I didn't know that. And he still runs that rule to this day. So do you reckon Kyrie would be the type of player that would abide by that, being told what to do with his own body? Because with what we've seen just recently with the vaccination, he'd basically give you the big FU, wouldn't he?
Well, I mean, we'd see. Well, let's see how it plays out at Brooklyn. But I'm thinking that somebody else, a scoring, dominant scorer, needs to be involved. Somebody that can step up and attract far more attention and give Jimmy a little bit of time off when it comes down to the stretch. I mean, great team, and I trust that Riley and Zoe will make some adjustments.
Yeah.
Who knows who they'll acquire? Do they have any picks this year? No.
Mate, to be honest with you, I don't know. That's something I would have to look up. But yeah, it's an interesting. They were so close, and just fell short. But you know what? Hats off to Boston. They battled, and here we are. We've got the simulation going with Game 1.
This was the matchup that everybody was expecting.
But I also want to see. I think Boston would give you guys more of a fight than Miami. As you said, Miami dealing with the injuries now. They're too beat up, and you guys would have, without a doubt, swept them. But at least now,
stylistically, you couldn't have picked a better matchup for us. I don't think that Boston are going to be as dominant defensively as everybody expects them to be. I think they're worn.
Yep.
I think the Golden State have got far too much firepower, and they're also no slouches on defense. So
yeah.
I think going to be, first of all, hats off to Boston. Come on in. This is our finals, though. See your way out. Be happy if you're getting 2 games, because I give this a 6-game max.
So you're calling it a 4-2 series?
Yeah.
Look, it's to be honest with you, as you know, I normally argue with you when it comes to Golden State, but I think the Celtics are battle. They're battle worn, and I think you guys are well rested, and you're fresh. No major injuries that I know of. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Got Gary Payton out.
Yeah, that's right. That he got injured in the Dallas series. Was that? Yeah, the Dallas series. But apart from Gary Payton, you guys are pretty fresh and looking good. So I believe Game 1 is at home for you guys, and we shall see what.
We're up for an 8-0 start.
Yeah, in the simulation, it's all your way at the moment. So we'll see what happens. So what for Boston to have a chance, right? Now, one thing I did notice, especially in Game 7, Marcus Smart, he seemed to try to take the team on his back and started scoring, which I don't really believe is his role. What did he have for that game? He was on 24 points, equal with Jaylen Brown. Do you think that works for Boston when Smart's dropping points?
Man, I think that their entire 5 need to be dropping points, because it's going to be too easy to close out 1 or 2 players. If they don't all step up, if you don't have Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum all firing and going toe-to-toe with all of our scorers, this is going to wind up too easy.
Yeah.
Too easy, because we can defend 1 player, we can defend 2 players, but can they defend 5 players? Because we've got 5 scorers on the floor at any given time.
Yeah.
So that's where the depth of this team has got to start broadening out. Everybody on the Celtics has got to have an attack mode, and they've got to be scoring at their finest and defending at their finest. So this will come down to attrition, and those that have the more fresher legs will get the stops.
Now, there's a couple of points, though, I believe that will affect your success in this series. Number 1, is Draymond Green going to keep it together and not lose his lose his shit and give away stupid fouls and all that sort of stuff? What do you think? What sort of Draymond are we going to see in Game 1?
The veteran Draymond. I mean, that's the thing. So there's nobody that can pull the heartstrings of the entire team up to a standard more so than Draymond. I think the Celtics will find him not quiet as far as, trying to get some controversy or some conflict going, like face-to-face conflict. That won't happen.
That's part of his game, but a lot of the times I think it sort of plays into the other team's hand because he's an emotional player. Would you agree? He runs on the emotion, and sometimes that emotion overflows, and then the stupid mistakes start happening by giving flagrant fouls, by chatting to the ref too much, getting teed up and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, he'll have to seize the day as far as not pushing too much. I think this is going to be a very physical and rough series. Don't get anything mistaken. This is going to be a very rough and tough and foul driven and stop driven series.
Yeah.
There's going to be some injuries. There's going to be some flagrants, just because the emotion of this is going to heat up, not just for the moment, but actually from player to player.
Yeah.
You're going to find a lot of frustration happening, and I think there's going to be a lot of frustration up on the Celtics, and they will start slapping and hacking.
Yep.
Simply because we'll be moving a lot more than they will be.
Yep.
I think the emotions will run into it. It can't be a final series if it's not emotional.
No. I think what will drive the whole series are obviously the game matchups. One that I'm actually really looking forward to see is how will Marcus Smart contain Steph, if he can. That's going to be a great matchup to see. Will Marcus Smart, throw in the elbows, dig into Steph and physically play him up hard to get into his head, to get him off his game? Do you see something like that could happen?
I think Marcus Smart is going to be matched up, obviously with Steph, but matched up with a Steph who doesn't mind facilitating, and that might come at the risk of not being the MVP for the actual series, but definitely being able to facilitate a Jordan Poole and Wiggins. Wiggins is going to blast this series.
Yeah.
You watch. Wiggins is going to
more so than Clay.
Yep.
Really?
I mean, Clay's going to have some brilliance, but just watch. Just mark my words here. Wiggins is going to have an outstanding series.
Is he playing for that max contract, do you think?
I think he's already got it. We won't.
Is he on a max? I didn't realise that. He can't be on a max. I mean, if Steph's on a max, is Clay on a max?
Clay's on max, of course.
You couldn't afford 3 maxes then, could you?
I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, but anyway, so you think you're picking Wiggins to be Finals MVP?
Yeah.
Wow.
It'll be. Yeah.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Mark, Mr. Chop Chop Reed, has called Wiggins for Finals MVP.
Yep. And I don't think that the Marcus Smart will have too much effect. I mean, he's going to play D like an absolute badger, but he's going to come against somebody who doesn't need to score against him, but will score against him, so that Steph's going to have his numbers, but he's also going to have his assists, and that's where we will drain. There's going to be a lot coming from Wiggins. Clay's going to have some breakout games, but I'm picking Wiggins for the MVP.
Wow, that's a big call. Another matchup I'm looking forward to now. You were talking about Wiggins. Who would pick up Wiggins? Would that be Tatum or Jalen?
I think I think it might be Jalen actually.
Yeah,
I think Tatum's going to have his hands full with Clay.
Yep.
And I think some of the big anomalies here is that we're going to be putting in the Looney.
Yes, yep.
And Looney's going to come into his own with rebounds. They always play Golden State as if they're a small team. And to be honest with you, we're not that small when Looney turns up. He's proven himself in this last series as a go-to guy for outstanding rebounds and understanding the way that the entire game and the system is played. So I think we're going to outgun them, but they will obviously have that spirit and their outstanding performances. Tatum is going to be a hell of a handful, and we will probably, just like last time, just like our last couple of opponents, like Doncic, we'll allow him to get his numbers, but we will shut down the rest of the team.
Yeah.
At some stage, that's going to be a very difficult thing for Tatum to be as effective in offense as he is. In defense as he is in offense. So.
Yeah. I, to be honest with you too, I think if Boston are to have I'm talking a legit chance against the Warriors, players like Derek White, Grant Williams, Peyton Pritchard, those guys really need to step it up. I mean, basically, you've got to go. You're going to have to run the whole bench to stick with the Warriors. Now,
arrested.
Yeah, and if any team can do it, if they can do it, it's Boston this season. And we've seen Boston make the adjustments. I mean, they had a terrible start to the season. They were equal with the Lakers with losses, and it was not a great start. And myself included have written them off. But they quietly achieved, and all of a sudden they were leading the East at one stage. I believe they finished third in the end, but a very well coached team. They make the adjustments, and I'm really looking forward to this series. Yeah,
me too.
Yeah,
it's going to be fucking awesome.
I know, I can't wait. So right now we have a 19-21 game on the simulation here. It's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
So. What are the Boston going to do here? See, See, players like White, I really believe are going to have to step up and give Jalen and Brown a hand to deal with the defense, obviously, but the scoring capabilities of Golden State. They're going to have to try to match.
Yeah. They're going to have to do their transitions really quickly and efficiently as well, because we aren't going to stop running.
That's right, and they're going to have to make it a really physical and chippy game, trying to get into Golden State's head, try to frustrate them if they can, and take it to them.
I mean, the upside for what the Celtics actually provide. I mean, as a defensive team, they can look to try and stifle these transitions, because. If anything, Golden State have proven that they can turn the ball over a lot.
Yes.
They can turn the ball over a lot, and that plays into Celtics. So they do need to frustrate them. They do need to be stuck to them, because they will get their opportunities to score and to get the stops if they just hustle and hustle and hustle. As long as they keep themselves pretty pristine health-wise and injury-free, this is possibly going to be a very frustrating matchup for Golden State.
Yeah. Interestingly, I've just looked it up. Golden State played Boston only once this season, and Boston blew them out 110-88.
Was that early or late in the?
That was March 17. This year, yeah. So
they'll have some confidence.
Yeah, that's right. So they can do it. I mean, And the previous game to that was in the 21 season, where Golden State won that 111 to 107. They played twice that year, where Boston won the game before that, 119-114. The previous game to that, Boston won again. So Boston have actually got quite a good record against you guys. So there's something that they can hold on to. Whether there's a particular game plan they use when they play you guys, I don't know. But they seem to have a bit of success in the regular season. So that's something to look out for.
Yeah.
And in saying that, sorry, mate.
They've just taken the lead.
They have. We've got a 24-21 game happening here. Let's have a look to see who's doing the damage. I'll just get into the stat section. Alright, so here we are on the box score. I'll just have a look at this, Mark, and run us through it. What do you see?
Clay's got 14 points, Steph on 5, Wiggins on 2, turnovers only 1 here. I mean, that's fine. Everybody seems to be firing. Field goal percentage. So we've got Clay on a run right now. Let's take.
Yep.
Tatum's got 3 of 6. Brown 6 points. Pritchard 4 points. Rebounds for Tatum 6. That's getting off to a very, very dominant start.
We'll just have a quick look at the team comparison. Just let that pop up for you. Run us through that one.
What do we got? Fast break points. Fast break points 3. 3, that'll help. Points in the paint. So yeah, we see that the Celtics are playing good ball inside.
Yeah. Yep.
Good ball inside. Second chance points, 3 of them. Fantastic. Bench have already contributed. Defensive rebounds is pretty much par.
That's right. Steals, two to Boston. Blocks, nothing standing out there. The biggest lead, Golden State was up by 9, and obviously now Boston are up by 3. Time of possession, pretty much the same. Field goal percentage, not much in that either. 5 for 9 with Golden State. That's to be expected. Or they love their 3-point shots. And so that's after the first quarter. So let's get back into the second quarter.
Let's head back to it. We've got a game on our hands.
We do. So we've got Steph on the interview at the moment. I'm just going to top up my drink, mate. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Okay.
So today I got a message from my brother-in-law. He was asking my opinion. Who I think is going to win? Is it going to be Boston or Golden State? And I said, look, I want Boston to win, but I think Golden State's going to win. He's like, he said at the start of the year, his brother put a $50 bet on Boston to win the title. So this is at the start of the season, and he was able to cash out early for $1,200.
Cash out early?
Yeah. So it's a thing on sports bet. So you don't have to go through. I don't fully understand it, but you don't have to go through the bet if the event hasn't started. So obviously we haven't started the series yet. So he at the start of the season, obviously the odds were quite high. He put a $50 bet on, and he was able to cash out for $1,200.
Oh, before they.
Yeah, but
or was that on the actual?
No, so at the start of the season, he's obviously a Boston fan, so he placed a bet for Boston to win the title. Now, obviously, the series hasn't started yet, but Boston have made the finals, so his payout went up. So with Sportsbet, before an event has happened, if the odds are looking pretty good, I think you can cash out. So look, I don't want to go through with my bet, and Sportsbet are willing to pay you, because if Boston win, they might have to pay him $5,000. So they sort of cut their losses and go, all right, well, if you want to cash out early, you get $1,200 or something. You know what I mean? So yeah, he was quite happy.
I'm just going out to pay for my order that's coming.
All right, buddy. We'll see you soon. So we've got a 27-24 game happening right now. Boston putting up a good fight. Clay's in the paint. Out to Wiggins. Set a screen by Green. Green's got the ball in the corner. And a nice little layup by Draymond. Cook bringing the ball up. Out to Jalen. And wow! Jalen with the three. Three-point answer straight back.
Celtics foul. Al Horford. That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Dogs, Klay Thompson taking 2 shots.
You there?
Yeah, mate. You back on the mic?
Yeah, I'm back on, but I can't see anything.
On the stream?
Yeah, I'm on the stream. I'm just opening up my lunch.
All right. Yep. No worries.
Late lunch.
Yep. So is the stream running fine your end?
Yeah, no problem.
Ah, good.
$30-30.
It is. Yeah, I'm quite excited for this series. I truly believe Boston was the best team to give Golden State a fight at least. In other news of the NBA, obviously no one knows truly what's happening with the Nets and Kyrie, but there's a lot of chatter that Lakers and Kyrie might do a deal. I don't know how I feel about that. I just think we're trading one problem for another if Russ is involved.
Is that going to be a Westbrook trade?
There's chatter and it's just rumor, and that's all you can take it as right now. I honestly don't believe it's going to happen, but it's interesting, it's good conversation. My thoughts is, look, the player Kyrie, I would love to have him team up with LeBron again. As you know, I'm a tragic Lakers fan, and I want to see us back in the winning column. But I think with Russ, the problem is on the court. With Kyrie, the problem's off the court. So you're trading one problem for another.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I couldn't see Brooklyn wanting Russ anyway. So I honestly think that the Lakers are going to sort of, bite the bullet and see what Devin Ham can do with Russ and see if they can, try to control him a bit and see what happens.
maybe. I mean, we saw the worst of Westbrook.
The worst of the worst, yeah.
He wasn't.
He was out of control. There was no basketball IQ happening. It was, look, everyone knows Westbrook is, a LA native, and I'm sure deep down all he wanted to do was, impress the fans, be a fan favourite, and ball out. Whether he was trying too hard and just effing up, but as a fan, it was just frustrating to watch these stupid decisions. His jump shot, his turnovers. It was just abysmal and frustrating because he's like a bull in a china shop. Doesn't know anything but one way and at full pace. So
just think that he'd lost his complete mind and his complete none of his experience mattered.
No,
he couldn't hit it.
And it was. I wouldn't even call it high school turnovers. It was like primary school turnovers. It was ridiculous stuff that was going on, and it was just blowing everyone's mind. And yeah, I don't know if it was off-court pressures getting into his head before the games or what, but I hope for his sake he turns it around, and because I truly believe he's going to be on the Lakers squad next season. I don't think there's no team in their right mind would want to take that problem on. So we're stuck with him for now. But what a story it would be if he could turn it around and be a great player again.
Absolutely.
So what's for dinner tonight, bud?
I've just ordered some samosas.
Very
Indian
nice.
Samosas.
Yep.
Favorite.
I love samosas.
Yeah. There's a new Indian place that's serving samosas and Indian street food. It's fucking brilliant.
Oh, fantastic.
So you get six samosas for like $3.
Oh, wow. Well, for if there's anyone watching out there or that will watch a stream, my brother Mark here, he lives in Indonesia and I live in Melbourne, Australia. So we're constantly on Facebook Messenger, on the video chats, giving each other shit, as he is a Golden State Warrior fan and I'm a Lakers fan. He won this season and I took a big L, but that's okay. So I'm on the Boston bandwagon for this final series, even though as a Laker fan that really hurts me. But anything to get one up on my brother here.
And it's been like that for 36 years.
36 years. We've known each other since we were 6 or 7 years old. This is a lifelong brotherhood. We both played competitive basketball in our younger days, and we both, when we get a chance, we still shoot hoops and we watch the game, and this is our life. We love basketball. So
this is what makes sense our entire life. Not a lot of things made sense in our life, but basketball always made sense.
Exactly, right? Exactly. That's where we got to express ourselves and live our dreams through this game. It's the best game on planet Earth, and we'll be 80 years old still talking shit to each other, and it's all around basketball.
Courtside, I think.
Hey?
We'll be sitting courtside when we're 80.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Matching wheelchairs, but still talking shit.
Wheeled courtside. So we're just doing these streams for fun, I've got this game NBA 2K, and we thought it would be a bit of a laugh to see what the simulation, what results will come of it. It was quite interesting that we did a stream a couple of days ago where it picked Boston to beat Miami. So that was a fun stream we did, and now here we are, Game 1 of the 2022 NBA Finals.
It was remarkably accurate with the play-by-play,
wasn't it?
Yeah.
I took notes of the scoreline, and when Boston blew out Miami in the first and second quarters, it was 2 or 3 points off. So we were having a good laugh about that, and yeah, technology. We're old farts, so we sort of struggle with the newer stuff these days. But this is quite fun to watch, and this is something that Mark and I want to continue to do, especially in the off season. I know I can probably speak for Mark, but I struggle in the off season just wanting to watch some basketball. So this is going to be our go-to in the off season.
Hey, so you see a lot of the African Basketball League advertised on NBA League Pass.
I haven't seen that. What?
So there must be some sort of real sort of partnership between the NBA and the ABL.
All right. Yes.
African Basketball League, and
Yep.
it looks hectic.
Oh wow.
I mean, you've got all this African crew of all these African generational players, and the Antetokounmpo, from Greece, but originally no, originally Africa.
That's right.
And then you've got Siakam, Oladipo, and you've got how many others? I mean, they all come from down there, and
well, they're amazing athletes. I mean, here in Australia, in the NBL, some of the top players are of African descent. As you know, the Majuk family. Who was the player that made the NBA? That lived in Perth. What was his name?
I forgot.
He played in the NBA, and his brother plays in the NBL for Melbourne, I believe.
Yeah.
Not Majuk. Probably, if anyone's watching, they'll be like, "Yeah, this is his name, you idiots." But anyway, you know the guy I'm talking about.
But anyway, the actual African Basketball League looks incredible, and you can imagine it. I mean, it's a nation of absolute athletes.
Oh,
and
for sure.
And if they have a right league, which it looks like, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I can't imagine Africa not producing some, another, just generations and generations of
Elijah ones and,
of Elijah ones and Antetokounmpos.
Yeah.
And all those.
And is that broadcast on League Pass? Is that what it was advertising?
I don't know if it's broadcast, but I'm going to find out more about it. If anybody that's watching knows something about the African Basketball League,
put it in the comments. Also too, just talking about other leagues. I mean, basketball is really growing year by year by year, and obviously the NBA has always been big, for many years. But now our hometown league, the NBL, the National Basketball League, that's huge now, and we. Also under the NBL is what they call the NBL 1. So that's, state league teams. So from Perth, like the Perth Redbacks, the Willetton Tigers, the Geraldton Buccaneers. Well, all their games are also advertised on Foxtel and KO. That's massive. Now, Mark and I, when we were growing up, I played with Perth, and I also played with Willetton. There was nothing like that. There was no televised games, or it was still quite a bit of a quiet. It wasn't a quiet league, but it doesn't have the national presence it does now, and it's great to see the game growing.
I think the Australian league has definitely taken. You there?
Yeah, I'm here, brother. Can you hear me?
I think the Australian definitely gone into the next level, especially after LaMelo went and bought himself a team and balled out on at Illawarra.
The Illawarra Hawks. That was massive, and from that, the NBL has started. Now I forgot the exact. There's something like the Star program or something like that, where they'll get a top prospect from America to come over, and so if they don't want to play college, they can come over and basically do their degree here and play in our national league and grow from there, which I think is a fantastic idea, because the college game is a lot different to our game. Our game is a lot more physical. It's a lot more physical than the NBA. The NBL is very much like the 90s NBA. You know, so they learn to man up very quickly.
Yeah, similar to the European League right now, actually.
Yes, yeah, exactly it. I mean, Lithuania was a great choice for the Ball brothers.
Yeah. Anyway, so how are we doing here? We've got Boston up by 3.
Boston up by 3. It's a good battle going, actually.
Up by 1 now.
Wiseman working the boards. Now, real life Wiseman, mate. Tell me what's going on with him. Is he? What's the injury status?
He's had an injury all season. He was tipped to have come back, over the just after the NBA All-Star weekend, but they decided to
put it on ice. Yep.
He's definitely been that big that we've needed. I mean, it would have been great to have him on court, or at least at the games a lot more, simply because he is a complete youngster, and this is just experience that he needs. No doubt he will be part of the 22-23 force to reckon with for the Golden State, because we've got to blood him in.
Yep.
He provides a lot of height, obviously. He's also very lean and quite versatile. He can shoot the ball. Very much a kind of JaVale McGee kind of opportunity for us there.
Yeah.
Only a younger guy who we can... he's shown a lot of good signs as far as taking coaching very well and obviously assimilating into a team that has a culture.
Yeah.
Which is all of these youngsters have really just they've taken to the culture of the Warriors and the system as well, because they've got great mentors. You've got Steph, you've got Clay, and you've got Green, who are real life vets playing in their second run for the chip. So very interesting to listen to how Draymond relates this experience this year over the other years of the Warriors time that he spent with us. Though,
what was Draymond saying? What was he? What's his experience?
I mean, the question that went to him and said, well, what's different about this year? And he says, this year it's all about the journey. We've had such a journey getting back to it. We've had a journey where we've gone through a journey where there was absolutely no postseason. We lost a play-in game in the previous 2 seasons,
Yep.
So now everybody's back as far as the core 3 fighting fit at their best. But this new stable of teammates that they brought in, he says right now it feels amazing to be actually not the rooks, but to have a team of rooks that are doing this for the first time, and we're able to make this experience very, very legitimate for every one of them to contribute.
Yeah.
So, it was very, very nostalgic about what has been, and respected this process more, because obviously we went there 5 times out of 6 before, or 4 times out of 5, and he was sort of saying, this kind of relates. Once you're in the finals, like, oh, okay, we're here again. Well, after 2 years of being off and having no chance at the playoffs, let alone the finals, now he's here again with the whole team who are completely healthy and hitting their marks and doing all the right things and playing in the right system.
Yeah.
And they've all returned from poor health. I mean, even Steph's had some time off this year, as well as Draymond.
Steph struggles with ankle problems, doesn't he?
Well, he hasn't for the past 3 years.
No. But so previous to that, I do remember watching a video about he had weak ankles or something like that. He was always getting sort of ankle injuries, but there's
a lot of work.
Yeah. And today I was watching, and for a couple of days I've been seeing a lot of the sports shows are talking about, okay, well, if the Warriors win this title without KD, does that put Steph above KD as a player? What are your thoughts?
Absolutely, it does.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot argue he's the greatest shooter in NBA history. At times, Steph has gone missing when it counts, but you can say that about any player. But yeah, so
let's find out how that term. If you're looking to compare vacant performances, we've got KD there that just got wiped out by this team in
4-0.
Yeah.
4-0.
With absolute guns on his team.
Yeah.
I don't think you could better the actual lineup.
On paper, they're brilliant. On paper, they should have won.
Totally.
But paper doesn't equal what goes on in the locker room. Paper doesn't equal relationships that you have with your teammates. And I say, especially team chemistry-wise, with the Brooklyn Nets, that was very dodgy.
Yeah, but I think it's easy to sort of recognise just what kind of culture that the Golden State Warriors have got. I mean, for KD to have gone from that, he's never going to live it down if the Golden State win this title. He'll never live it down.
But I mean, are we not seeing a pattern here? KD left Oklahoma.
You had fucking Westbrook on your team.
You had Westbrook on your team, who back then was balling out. Why didn't James Harden stay? You know what I mean? So obviously, look, every player wants to win a championship. That's why they play this game.
Yeah. But
it just seems to be a bit of a pattern that KD, I don't know, the grass is always greener on the other side sort of mentality. But it just has not worked out for him, and I'm not a fan of KD. Look, he's a brilliant player, but as a teammate, I don't know.
Well, I think that KD will. He kind of needed to leave to establish his own legacy, which is something that he put his own legacy above, or his own accolades above the Golden State or against the team accolades, which is something that I find pretty dodgy.
Yep.
I mean, there was nobody pushed him out of the Warriors, that's for sure. No.
I mean, they wanted him to stay. Of course, you'd want KD, but it sort of. Yeah, not a good situation, and this will definitely. I mean, if Warriors win this without him, will definitely decrease his stock value, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know how much it will decrease his stock value. I just think it will cement the babyface assassin as a true leader by example, and by selflessness.
Yep.
I mean, you've got one hell of a captain to not need the brick, even when you are the best shooter.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
If you don't need to shoot the pill because you're the best shooter, you've got options and you bleed them in, and you're more happy for team accolades than. I mean, there's never been there's only been one time where Steph has definitely gone after a record in a game.
The most 3-point shots.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was going to come anyway. That put too much pressure on. But to be honest with you, there was one game where he went, stuff everybody else, I'm going for this record. And that was the the NBA All-Star game, where he literally asked earlier, what's the record?
Yes, I actually was watching that video the other day where he was mic'd up, I believe.
Yeah, what's the record? Okay, let me go and grab that.
Yeah.
He went up to that. That's not. I mean, that's just classic circus.
Yeah.
Type of, that he was a video game on that day.
Well, they call him the glitch code.
Yeah, the glitch code, exactly. Cheat code. It was an absolute menace.
Yep. No, look, I think this series is going to be such an exciting series, and honestly, I hate to say I want Boston to win, but for Boston to win, everything's going to have to fall into place for them.
Well, what are those things going to have to be for it to fall into place?
We're going to have to see. We're going to have to see Tatum turn into Kobe Bryant and live the mantra that he believes in with the Mamba mentality, and he is going to have to demand the ball and take over the game. Jaylen Brown is going to have to be his Scottie Pippen and be on point every single time. Marcus Smart is going to have to let go of offensive duties and concentrate on defensive duties, and whoever is balling out for the Golden State Warriors, he's going to have to man up and try to stop. What else? As I said before, players like White, Pritchard, they're going to have to...
Horford's going to have to be a very big pillar.
All right, look, he's still got it in him. What was it? The last series, was it the Miami series where he had a 30 or 40 point game?
Yeah.
But again, what is Al Horford? How old is he? Late 30s? 37. So look, he's going to have to get those old bones rattling and be on point. Look, it's not impossible, but the chips are going to have to fall in place. And, you guys are well rested, as we spoke about before. And it's,
Those chips also include full meltdowns by the Golden State Warriors.
That's right.
If you want it to fall in place, you're going to need absolute demise.
That's right.
Performance.
And that would all start with Green, like losing his shit. And when Green loses his shit, everyone's shoulders slump. Obviously, he is the defensive leader on the team. He is a floor general for your team, and when he loses his shit, it shakes the boat.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with you there. He definitely is a lifeblood.
That's right.
He needs to be pumping on all cylinders and not getting himself into any conflicts.
Yeah. But in the virtual world, my friend, we have a game on our hands.
52-53.
I know, isn't it crazy?
54 now, let's go. Steal, Wiseman.
We got Draymond working the post.
Get it out. He's going to take that. And fouls. That's hilarious.
At the line for the Dubs, Draymond Green, shooting 1.
Tatum getting a rest.
He's gonna. I mean, for him to be successful, Tatum's gonna have to pull a Jimmy Butler and play most of the game.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
But just like Jitsi, the big elephant in the room is Boston's consistency. I mean, the last series just showed it. You know, they blew Miami out one game and then lost at home the second. And you can't do that against Golden State. You've got to be 100% on point, knowing your game plan and executing your game plan. Now, if they play like they did against Miami, forget it. It's going to, like you said the other day to me, it's going to be a gentleman's sweep. 4-1. Easy. But they've got to get rid of this inconsistency of showing up one night and going MIA the next. You cannot do that against Golden State.
And you cannot win in Golden State if you don't come out swinging.
That's right.
Because we haven't lost at home for this entire series.
That's right. And look, the one advantage I believe Boston have over Golden State is the physicality. They're a bigger team. They're a blue-collar team, so to say. And if they can really get physical, because obviously in the finals, the refs don't call what they normally call in the regular season. So if Boston can get physical, get under their skin, frustrate players like Draymond, physically push around Steph, and such, and do that on a consistent basis, they've got a good chance. Otherwise, if they let Golden State play their game, forget about it.
Yeah. Well, we've got a 6-point lead now.
6-point lead, yes.
It's time!
Mate, what a world we live in, where we're two old, tragic fans living in different parts of the world can sit back and watch a virtual bloody game of what might happen.
Yeah. Oh, Bielitsa, good man, picks it up. We have an 8-point blowout starting. First run by the Warriors of any significance.
Looks like Draymond's on fire.
Just got Draymond, not Draymond, Clay. Draymond's on fire, but Clay's about to heat up because he's getting away and getting his spot shots.
Yeah, I think it was saying Draymond's on fire on defense too. So obviously he's been getting a few stops.
Oh, come on, Paul. You know, Poole was the 27th overall pick.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
27th overall pick. There were, 27th or 28th. Either way, we drafted him against everybody's better judgment. And look at what happened to him.
A diamond in the rough.
Yeah. Ooh.
So actually, the other night, I was on NBA 2K22, which is this game, and so I've set up a season with all the top history teams. So I've got like the 2000-2001 Lakers, the 95-96 Bulls, the 85-86 Celtics, the 86 Pistons, the early 90s, the early 90s New York Knicks. So all the teams we know and love that have made the NBA great. So, all the dynasty teams. I think in the league, I picked your 15, 16 Warriors. That is, no, hang on. When was KD? That was 17, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I've picked the 17 Warriors. Sorry, you know, I've got like the 1970s 76ers with Dr. J and was it Moses Malone?
We have to do games. We have to do those games.
Oh,
we have to do those games and see how it all pans out, because it'll be under today's rule set.
That's right, exactly. So what? So I've set it all up. So
I want to see Jordan demolish teams.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I've set it all up, and actually the first game of the week is the 2000 and 2001 Lakers. So that's the Kobe and Shaq Lakers versus the late 90s San Antonio Spurs. So with David Robinson, Tim Duncan. What a game that's going to be. I can't wait. Are you there, brother?
Man.
Yep.
13 points.
Yep, 13 points, mate. And again, what's Golden State's quarter? The third quarter.
Yeah, always. Oh, this is a crumble.
Yeah. Jordan had that jump shot. He chose to take it to the rim, though.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited about doing that series. So what we'll do is we're going to do the final series of Boston versus Golden State, and in the off season, Mark and I will do the franchise team season. And yeah, we're just doing a bit of a fun, nothing serious, just having a laugh. It's a way that Mark and I get to catch up and yeah, post it on YouTube.
Life is good.
Life is very good. Oh, Steph.
Here we go. Oops.
Wow. So I don't know if you noticed, dude, when a player shoots, do you notice the green flash underneath the player? That means it's good. So if a player does a jump shot or whatever, and you see that green flash, that means the jump shot's good.
He's nailed it.
Yeah.
Look at these good picks. Oh, that's every day.
Well, we're out to just like that. We're out to a 20-point lead.
20 points.
Now, do you see that little? Hang on. Do you see that snowflake icon next to Jalen Brown?
Yeah.
That means he's cold. So this is something that Boston cannot do. The players are going to have to be on point every minute of every game. Oh, green. Watch, because I'm a little bit ahead of you. Watch this jumper. It's getting ugly.
That's in. Oh, shizzle.
It's getting very ugly.
Here we go. Got no answers.
No.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score.
Bang.
82. The Celtics.
Wow.
57.
Into timeout with a 22-point or a 23-point.
Yep. Let's we'll start off with team comparison. So just let me get to that, and I'll get you to run us through it. Okay. So team comparison. Should be coming up now for you, my friend.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at the field goal percentage.
Yeah, 44%. 58% of three-pointers. That's us.
But look at Boston's field goal percentage. You're not going to win doing that.
70. 19 of 7. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
27%.
22 assists. There you go.
Yeah.
Defensive rebound, 42.
Yep. You guys are banging on the boards.
3.
But look at this. Okay, so this is something that Golden State can, in real life, do to you. Look at the points in the paint. What is that about?
Yeah. Yeah. That's called movement.
And look at the time of possession. So you've had the ball less, and you're up by... That's crazy. That's crazy. And that can happen third quarter, just that quick in real life. So this is something that I was saying. Boston have to be on point every minute of the series, or this can happen straight away. Golden State is the team that can do that to you. So, this is going to be a blowout. So what's your pick, mate? We're coming up to the fourth quarter. Is it going to be a blowout, or do you reckon Boston are going to fight back a bit?
A blowout.
A blowout. All right, ladies.
Boston will come together a little bit better in this one, but it's still going to be a 20-point minimum game.
All right, so you hear it first, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a 20-point minimum game. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the real life too. All right, so let's get into the fourth quarter. Virtual Steve giving his last instructions.
Go out there and have some fun.
Break some records. That's something you don't want to see, Steph. That's something you don't want to see. He's on fire.
He's the last person you want with a gold fire flame. Look at that. Simple up and in.
Do you remember the game NBA Jam? He's on fire.
Boom shakalaka.
Yeah, boom shakalaka. Get that out of here.
Here we go. Transition is complete. You still see our team running around.
Yep,
and make it happen.
That's one thing about Golden State that I do admire. They're never stagnant. There's always movement. And
off the ball movement is 90% of every play.
And it creates like as someone, like I said, I'm a Lakers fan, and especially when we play you guys, our offense is stagnant. A lot of people get stuck, like they're running in mud. Where your team, constant movement, constant off-ball screens, constant, set plays, and it just creates easy layups. And it's so frustrating as a fan to watch, defend these guys. But they do it so well, where they create space, they create movement, and out of that space and movement are easy jump shots, easy layups.
I mean, they call this a lookalike league, right? So when it came down to transforming the game past the three-point line, that was the Golden State. But nobody followed us in making the off-the-ball movement part of their entire offense. We're light years ahead of anybody actually mimicking it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all it needs. Just keep moving. You might not want to. You might be worried about your own stats, but there you go. That's how you're going to be judged, whether or not you got through to the finals or whether or not you actually put up a game plan that didn't revolve around one player battling the entire team.
That's right. The league really has become like a one-on-one game, hasn't it? You know, it's like, okay, get the ball to James Harden, watch him dribble it about 20 times and do a step back three. That's the league, the way the league's heading. Whereas, your squad, off-ball screens, constant movement, no players standing still, cuts, backdoor screens.
Some of our picks are double picks as well. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
You have to get around another one, and then the roll happens on one of three options.
Well, that's right. I mean, one of Clay's favourite plays is he'll cut baseline, receive the first screen from, say, your forward or your centre, but then just up from your forward or centre is one of your other guys who sets the second screen. So by the time he's hit that three-point line, he's open, turns around, receives the ball, jump shot. Yep.
We're seeing absolute smothering of the ball here and gameplay by Golden State.
Yep. It's becoming a blowout, and this is something in real life that Boston really needs to avoid, because if Golden State blow out Boston in the first two home games, that's going to psychologically defeat Boston already, and they could be very well looking at a sweep if they're not careful, because it can happen that quick with Golden State.
Yeah.
See, something like that, you cannot... you're a little bit behind, but watch this roll from Steph. Boom. Boom. You cannot let that... You got to be like glue, stick to him.
Yeah.
Boston have just got nothing right now, dude.
Nothing. They haven't scored this quarter. Boom, out to McCurry. Dink.
Wow.
There you go.
I think I might head over to Sportsbet and place a bet.
Yeah. Yep. And just like that, we have a 40-point game. Boom.
Oh, unlucky.
What are we going to see here? See, they're in an absolute meltdown.
Notice how. Okay, so notice how they're all standing around. You cannot do that against Golden State. Now watch here. I say Golden State just got the rebound. Now watch the movement.
Yeah, one moving, two
cut,
moving.
Cut.
All times two people moving.
That's right.
Kick that out.
You've got your wings, but now your wings are cutting. There's just constant. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a good shot, right? That was a good shot. Now watch what happens down here. Watch Boston. Who's moving?
With any type of intent.
Yeah, there's nothing happening. And you're playing into Golden State's defensive strategy. Well, you're making it easy for them. You can't make it easy for them. And this is what will happen in real life. They've got to move, just like Golden State. I mean, if I was a coach or anything on an NBA team, I would be doing the same thing. Movement. Now, talking about this NBA season, were there any teams that really surprised you how they played, and what you would have thought at the start of the season, but they shocked you and did totally different or anything like that?
Stands out as the team to watch.
Sorry, say that again.
Memphis stands out as the team to watch going forward.
Yep. They're an exciting team to watch. But do you know who I really enjoyed watching, which surprised me because I always found them boring? Charlotte.
Totally.
Charlotte was so much fun to watch. The way LaMelo plays, I'm not saying he's Magic Johnson, but he's exciting like Magic Johnson.
Brilliant form, and I think Mikal Bridges is blockbuster.
Yep.
He's absolute.
So I think MJ has some good years ahead of him, I think.
Hopefully they can capitalise on it, yeah.
Another team that surprised me was Chicago.
You know what? I wanted more from Chicago. I've got a Adam Levine's one of my favourite players. My 5 players is Adam Levine.
Yep.
He's one of them. And I think he just needs the right culture around him.
Yep.
And he would be. I mean, if Golden State got a grip on him, not that we need him, you would see you would see what happened to Wiggins would happen to Adam Levine. Not that Adam Levine isn't already blockbuster and an absolute killer, but we've got in Adam Levine. If Adam was, where would you take him? Take him to Philadelphia or somewhere like that, and fuck me.
Well, you brought it to my attention that there's talks about him going to LA.
That would be the best pick you guys could possibly get.
Oh,
he is efficient.
It would give LeBron something to feed off. It would motivate AD to get his ass out of second gear. We could afford to sit bloody Russ. And yeah,
absolutely,
yeah. So that's something I'd love to see, but the likelihood of it, I don't know.
I think your money's going to have to go on Golden State immediately. Get yourself down to the TAB and sort that out.
I've got the sports bet app, my brother.
Throw 100 on for me.
That's it. Well, I was actually... Oh! Check this out. Like I said, I'm a few seconds ahead of you. Watch this dunk. Oh, my God.
A little bit too late. Yeah, Jason, they're going to have... He's going to have consistent nights of 35 plus to challenge.
Just to keep them in the game.
Yep.
But this is where Jaylen Brown cannot go cold because Tatum can't do it by himself. He's going to need Brown to be there right there with him and supporting him. Now look at this. This is something you don't want to see. Look at Clay and look at Steph right now.
They're on absolute fire.
Yeah, that's your worst nightmare right there.
Going into the fourth. Ouch. Ooh, but he gets the pickup foul. Too much.
Do you hear the chants?
Oh, I'm not playing the volume.
The crowd's chanting MVP. Hear that?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Looks like Williams is injured. When he gets the ball, he's got like a cross against his name.
Oh, yeah.
So he's carrying an injury, which is not good for the series.
No.
And that's another thing. Like in real life, Boston are beat the hell up.
Yeah. So does this simulation take into account all of the all of the games that they've played and the fatigue?
I don't know if it's that in depth. I know, like they adjust the stats and whatnot of their shooting and everything like that. They do put injuries on players that do have real life injuries, but once the game starts playing, then it's just computer algorithm, I'd say. So yeah, look, it's I think we just dropped out there. Here he is. You there, brother? Yep, cool. So what I was saying before, they adjust the stats of like their shooting and basically how they're playing. They also put in injuries and whatnot. But once you press play, it's just a computer algorithm that plays to the stats. So you know, there's an element of trying to make it realistic, but then it's in the end it's just a game. So it's not super high tech, but you know it's fun for us old farts to watch.
Yeah.
But as we saw, I mean, the Boston-Miami series, when we did this, if anyone's watching now, if you want to go back into the channel and have a look at the Boston-Miami Game 7, it turned out very similar.
Yeah, it was.
Well, here we go. That's Game 1 for Golden State.
Flippin' heck.
117-68.
Let's go over those last team stats.
Let's have a look at this. I don't think Boston got above the 27 field goal. All right, let's go to the player stats. All right, box score. So we'll start off with the Warriors. Wow, look at Clay and Steph absolutely dominating. Take us through this one, brother.
Oh, that is just these are numbers that just tell the entire story, don't they? Really,
they do.
They tell the story. You got two players, 39 and 37 points each.
Let's have a look at their actual field goal percentages here. Clay from field goal, 13 of 19 and 11 of 14 from the three. Steph with 13 of 21 from 2 and 7 of 11 of 3. Now, if you've got two players shooting like that, you're not going to win.
That's right.
You're not going to win. Let's have a look. Get back to the start here. So we've got the supporting cast with Green with 10, Poole with 6. I'd like to see a bit more from Poole in real life, which he normally does anyway. Looney with 6, Wiggins with 4. Now, as you say, you believe Wiggins is going to be the series MVP, so we'll see how he goes. But basically, you guys have run the bench and everyone has scored.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah.
So let's go to Boston and...
Porter.
So, yeah, this is something you don't want to see. Jaylen Brown with 20 and Tatum with 19. They're going to have to basically double those stats just to have a chance to win. Al Horford with 10, Pritchard with 10, White with 3, Smart with 2, and then it's 0. We got Williams and Cook with 2 each as well, and then it's just 0-0-0.
This is exactly what I'm saying as far as this whole matchup is concerned. Everybody's like, oh yeah, the defensive team of the season, the Celtics. I mean, I don't think their defense comes into play. I mean, obviously it's going to be a factor, but we just saw that, and although this is a simulation, you've got too much firepower, too many options, such a different game strategy, and your offense has got to click. But if you are such a great defensive player, you have no right calling yourself a defensive juggernaut if you're able to allow a couple of opposition players to get in their 30s.
Yeah, and close to 40s. So just run us through this team comparison now, just without even reading the stats. The first thing I notice now, the way this game works is when they're in yellow, that means that's the better thing. So it's all yellow on Golden State and almost all white on Boston. So as you can see, 26% field goal percentage for Boston. That will never get it done. To 51%.
Yeah.
Now,
literally double.
Literally double.
Literally double.
And again with the three-point shots.
Yeah. Defensive rebounds, 57.
You cannot do that, especially when Golden State are a smaller team. I know you said you've got some good big men, but you know, on paper, Boston are the bigger team, and they should be putting in that work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, I just saw a stat that blew me out. Where was it? Was it fast break point? Look at fast break points, my friend.
Jesus. 19 to 5 points in the paint, 6 to 28. Bench points, yeah, not bad. 32 assists.
Yeah. To 13.
Now, one thing I don't think will happen that somehow the simulation algorithm got a little bit carried away with was the amount of blocks. But the fact is, we're supposed to be, the Celtics are supposed to be the defensive matchup for our offense.
Yep.
Don't underestimate the defensive power of a team that have endless legs and are able to isolate.
Yeah. Yep. And it's the constant movement that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the constant
you
movement.
Can't stop the Warriors from moving around and from getting quick stops, and forcing them into turnovers. Then you've got nothing. You're going to have to pick these guys up from 98 feet. That's
right. That's exactly right. It's yeah. So actually, when is the first game, my friend? I'm just looking it up now. When?
Friday morning, I think.
It's Friday morning.
Thursday night.
Yeah. So Thursday in the States. So that's Friday our time.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. So in the meantime, when you're free, do you want to do game 2, or do you want to do game 2 after the real game 1?
Let's do game 2 now.
You want to do game 2 now? All right, let's continue the stream. So let's get out of this. All right, so I'm just going to quit out of this. Hang on, do I quit?
Game 2, about to start.
Yeah. All righty. Quit. Yes. What did I just do? Just let me.
Oh, did you just?
No. I've got it. Don't you worry. Ladies and gentlemen, we just had a technical difficulty, but we are back broadcasting. Okay, so as you can see on screen, Golden State Warriors won the first game. Let's get into game 2.
Yep.
Now, first game, Wiggins went missing. Let's see if he can pick up the second game.
Yeah. fresh off a smattering.
Absolute killing.
49-point complete routing.
Which is not unrealistic if Boston don't lock everything down.
Yeah. Bring it on.
Here we go. Game 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh. Good camera angles, right?
Hang on, let me fix that up.
Oh, Clay straight into it. Clay straight into it again.
That is definitely the start Boston does not want to see.
Exactly. See, look at that. All of them just sitting around, doing nothing.
Yep.
Oh, he's going to have to
No movement and forced
Boom.
jump shot.
Everybody running around. Boom again.
Wow.
Just like that.
Just like that. Within a minute, it's a 6-point lead.
This hustle. Boom again, 8.
Oh, this has gotten ugly very quickly.
Bang, 10.
Holy moly. Time out, coach. Time out.
What are you thinking? What would you be thinking after being smashed out of the arena for 49, and then the next 10 points are just lugged in immediately?
If you're the boss and coach, you're going to be wondering if you've got a job next game. Holy shit, Boston. What the fuck?
Welcome to Chase Center. Less than 2 minutes in, and you're already down 10.
Jesus.
After being down 49, this is the 5th quarter.
Yeah, coach is going off. He ain't happy.
This is the 5th quarter of the last game.
Now, as we can see, number 44 for Boston, Wiseman, he had an injury on the first game, but he's suited up and on court for the second, so he should be all right. Here we go, Jason. Here we go. Watch this nice little pick and roll.
Sure, no problem. You can have it. Boom. Out of bounds.
Unlucky.
All right. Tatum comes out and tries a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Boom, there he is again.
Wow. Clay's greening up.
Yep. He's just getting all of the looks that he wants to and coming straight off the baseline. And
rolling around that elbow, and by the time he passes the free throw line, he's already open and free.
Yeah.
You watch Clay. Watch Clay. Now he's just picked out off. Now watch it.
Osman there on the right.
Oops. Oh, Steph with the step back.
Here we go.
Now, we didn't see much of Al Horford first game, so that's definitely something he's going to have to is pick up his game and try to do some damage inside. Because if you're not putting pressure on Golden State by being a force inside, you're just making the game too easy for them. You know, at least wear them down, at least get them tired, bang them up a bit, bruise them, do something.
Do something. Yo! Clay wants all the smoke.
He wants it all.
Look at this D.
See, and that's something that you don't want to see is Smart dribbling it for 23 seconds, passing it off to Tatum.
A bullshit three-pointer.
Yeah, with full coverage on him.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. You want to fight fire with fire, or you've got to come inside the paint as well.
That's right.
To stem the bleeding. Oh, that's easy. Boom, shakalaka.
Oh, Wiseman, are you kidding me? Shaq-like.
Nobody followed the pick.
No.
Nobody followed the goal. They both strolled in there. There we go. Offensive rebound. Defensive rebounds. It's all on. Boom.
See, you've got cuts. You've got movement.
Yeah.
And on this side, you've got stagnant. Players are standing around. And then you're passing it to your centre at the three-point line who's not a three-point shooter. Come on.
Shooter, it should be in the paint.
Yeah.
Should be in the paint.
Yep.
You're going to play big man ball and put somebody in the post.
That's right. And Wiseman is a great big man for the middle. I mean, he's got the athleticism.
Yeah.
Get him working. They've brought it back to a 5-point game. Now, Wiggins was a player that was a bit quiet last game, so I'd like to see him sort of pick it up.
I don't think under these circumstances or in sort of simulation circumstances is he going to have the same impact as he would in real life, simply because...
On paper, he's the third player, so in game he's going to be the third player sort of thing.
Yeah. Hey, come on, make a game out of it.
All right, Warriors call timeout. Virtual Steve wants to have a talk about things. Maybe something on there that he didn't like what he saw.
That's good. That's good. see this. Golden State are arresting everybody.
Yeah.
Already.
Yep. You've got your second team on the floor right now.
Yeah. Same with Boston, actually.
But Boston still got Tatum on the floor, so they need to have at least one scoring option.
Yeah.
And Williams shooting in traffic is not going to get it done.
Let's see how this second team perform. Oh,
it's still the same system. It's cut and move, and you get an open dunk.
Yeah.
Whereas all I'm seeing is every shot that Boston takes is contested.
Yeah, not only contested, but it's forced. There's no strategy to it other than one-on-one.
Yep.
They're not.
100% agreed.
Yeah.
100% agreed.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Dubs, Jordan. Two shots.
I saw a funny video about Jordan Poole. It was yesterday. Apparently, one game this season, there was a flagrant foul or a tech foul called, and it was Steph's free throw to shoot, but Jordan Poole believed he should be shooting. Have you seen that video? And they actually got into an argument.
I know what you're referring to. I mean, Jordan Poole is the league's leading free throw shooter. Free thrower.
Yep.
And second is Steph. But Steph says, sit down.
Yeah, I'm the vet, little dog.
But I mean, that's a scary Steph 2.0 that's coming up.
Yep.
He's a scary little player, Jordan Poole, and he's got more hops than Steph.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He's got the best mentorship and program for his development in this particular team that you could wish for, and we picked him straight out of the bunch, so he's locked in.
Yeah. How many years have you got him signed for?
At least another 2.
That's good. Develop him up and then trade him to the Lakers.
And we'll give you Jordan Poole. No problem. Yeah, right.
We'll give you Russ.
There won't be any more time for us. You'll have to give us Russ, LeBron, and
AD.
And Reeves.
Yeah.
But no, the Warriors have a very, very thick culture that you can't wash off. We have a ball game on our hands, but we saw that in the first couple of
the first game. It was the first 2 quarters where you blew them out and they came back, clawed it back, but then it's the third quarter. That's money time right there. Third quarter is where you guys seem to take over.
Yeah.
So the series is, can Boston survive the third quarter?
Yeah. Good luck. Because there's 4 of them coming at you.
Yeah.
If there's one thing that's sort of become quite apparent to me watching...
Was that an air ball?
I'm watching it.
That was an air ball. I haven't... I've never seen that in this game.
Happens. Yeah.
And from that air ball, Wiggins has got the cold logo on him now. Sorry, mate. Before I cut you off, what were you saying?
If there's one thing that this season's taught me, or reignited in me, is just how grueling an 82 season is.
Yeah.
And then how far into how much the playoffs need to be as you say, you want to execute everything you possibly can in the playoffs to make sure that you don't further your chances of injury.
Yeah. Well, that's an interesting point you brought up, because the other day I was watching an interview, and it was with Jalen Rose, I think it was. Anyway, so apparently Silver, the commissioner of the league, wants to implement an in-season tournament that has nothing to do with the end of season results. So I think that's is that based on like a soccer sort of thing where so the season is going along, and then all of a sudden we've got this in-season tournament that teams can vie for and win this tournament, but it has no reflection on the finals or the league standings. And he wants to do that without diminishing the 82 games. Now, how the hell are these players going to be able to do that? They won't want to participate in that because they're fatigued enough.
Fuck no, absolutely not.
And especially if they're a team vying for the championship, but this tournament means nothing.
Yeah. Or you've got. Right, I just can't see that happening.
No.
I can't see that happening.
No, but apparently, according to Jalen Rose, this is something Silver wants to implement. But yeah, it's not a good idea.
Bench team in for that anyway.
Sorry?
You'd only play your bench for that anyway.
Exactly. All right, so this is the first quarter. Let's have a look at the. We'll start off with the team comparison. Let's have a look at something else. So, score summary. What's this going to show us? All right, so that's just every play. Let's go to team comparison. Run us through this, Mr. Chop Chop.
What do we got? Fairly even.
Boston are shooting a bit better than what they did last game.
Yep, but we still are first quarter. Is that right?
That's correct, yes.
Quarter. Yeah.
So we've got a 3-point game.
Nothing in it.
Anything standing out to you right now?
Only that the Warriors have gone to the line 3 times or 2 times now. That's everything else is pretty much par.
Yeah, pretty much. Bench points, 1 point difference. Assists, 1 assist difference. Rebounds, pretty much even. Steals, no blocks for each. Turnovers, 3 to the Warriors, 2 to Boston. Team fouls, dunks.
The second quarter will start spreading the differences.
Exactly. Let's get into the second quarter. Here we go.
Will it be competitive in the stretch?
Let's hope so. So that was Williams taking Clay down low in the paint and drawing the foul. He needs to hit these free throws. Let's see what he can do. Well, that's not going to do it.
Bounce.
All right, we have a 2-point game. Steph bringing up the ball. Clay's open again.
comes. Pop. Oh. Good D.
Oh, Steph with the
Boom, boom, boom.
the long range. Back out to a 5-point game.
Yeah.
Oh, steal by Wiseman. Out to Steph on the break. Will he hit Clay? He does. Clay can't deliver though.
So good. He came out firing 3 in short burst.
Jalen Brown with the quick 3. I don't think that was a good decision on that shot there. Let him Green go to work in the low post, and he doesn't disappoint.
Yeah, that's an easy matchup him against White.
Yeah. As they say, mouse in the house. Wiseman with the big block. And Clay with the 3. It's getting ugly already. Out to 10 points.
That's 10.
There's just too much firepower.
Yep.
Boston foul. Very blunt. That's his second
Clay.
First team foul.
With a foul.
At the line for the Dubs.
That's what he does.
Yep.
They go into the paint. They don't care. They don't have to sit out on the 3-point and play round robin.
Jordan Poole for 2. Hits the first. We've got Pritchard and Smart entering the game. So let's take note of, okay, so is that Poole picking up Smart? So maybe Smart might be guarding Poole. I want to see how Smart goes on defense.
Fast forward it through this.
Yeah, just getting through it. Here we go. Oh, nice 3.
Good shot.
So who's picking up Steph? Pritchard. Yeah, Marcus Smart's guarding Poole.
Comes that big.
Clay open again. You cannot let him get open. Come on, boys.
Nine points. That's all he's hit in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Second quarter, he's back on fire again.
Watch this block. Boom. You're going to have to go to the paint stronger than that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smart on him. No.
Clay's warming up.
Clay's warming up.
This is actually looking to turn uglier quicker than the first game.
First one.
Al Horford. No.
Clank-a-lank.
Oh, what was that foul? Oh, that was a charging foul. It's a good defense by Marcus Smart there.
Look at everybody just stagnant.
It is. And
they're just
good. It's basically who gets caught with the hot potato right at the end of the
exactly.
Launch it up. Wow, what a pass.
Zoom.
What a pass.
And that exact pass happened in the last series.
Yeah. Oh, Boston with a similar play with the backdoor cut there. That was a good little play. But is it too little too late already?
A little too late. 16 points, or 14 points different. Here we go. Straight up. Take it if you want.
Okay, now someone set a screen for Brown here. Here we go.
One does.
And get that out of here.
That went over the bridge. Timeout. Fast forward that.
Yep.
I've got to walk the dog soon.
Yep.
Here we go. Popped.
Play working the boards.
Yeah.
Oh. Cool, trying to create some space. Nothing happened on that possession.
Bit out of character for them.
Yeah. Oh, mouse in the house here.
Here we go. Here we go. If he doesn't capitalise on that, yeah.
Yeah. So we're at 36% for Boston, and it was 56% for Golden State. Clay taking it to the rack, into the tall timber. Oh, he's got the ball back though.
Yeah.
Down to 3. What can Paul do? Jalen Brown. Out to Pritchard. Horford setting the screen. Something come from this. Oh, Clay with the great defense.
Oh.
Draymond working the boards. Got some quick passing from Golden State.
Yeah.
But they're not moving as much as they did in the first quarter. Draymond working the post and was successful, but seems a little bit more stagnant. Maybe fatigue's coming into it. Or they're saving their energy for the third quarter.
Hold on to your hats.
Yep. Pritchard playing one-on-one against Steph, nothing coming of it.
Here we go. Back down the floor. Boom.
Good defense by Al Horford.
Yeah.
We got Smart taking it to the rack. Draws the foul.
Second team foul.
Draymond unimpressed.
It's alright.
So,
Fast forward.
Yep.
Bang, 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 bang.
2 shots.
Oh, that's a missed free throw.
Clang. Tatum, Williams, and Leonard in.
2 missed free throws.
Oh, get your car keys.
Yeah, if you're a Boston fan, time to leave.
Start the car. Stop the car!
There is just nothing happening for Boston right now. And they cannot wait for the third quarter to turn around. They need to do something now. Splash.
Nice. And you know what? He is a dark horse blitzer. He has a stroke on him.
Yeah. And he would be, what, your 4th or 5th option on the squad?
Yeah, 5th at best.
Yep. Wiggins with the 3. This is ugly. Tatum with a nice answer. Now, if you're Boston's coach, what would you be saying to the squad at halftime?
Go aggressive. Draw the fouls. Back them up.
Yep.
Get into the paint. Stop waiting.
Yep. Stop standing around.
Standing around. Take your chances at the line and get your 3-point plays in through the paint rather than hoisting them up.
That's right. Marcus Smart with the 3. Jaylen Brown's been very quiet this game. He's going to have to pick it up if there's any chance of them making a game of this, but it's right now I can't see it.
No.
This is just becoming Harlem Globetrotters type stuff. Soon they're going to be playing Sweet Georgie Brown.
Name of the song. Did you ever see the Harlem Globetrotters? You go to one of their games?
Yeah, I did. When I was about 12 years old, 13, Mum surprised Michael and I with tickets one night. It was one of the best nights of my life.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I've got. We were able to buy like the game book, and I got it signed by quite a few of the players and everything. It was really awesome.
Okay.
That was at the old Perth Entertainment Centre.
I went and saw them there as well.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
All right, we're at halftime. Let me skip through this. We'll get to the box score first, and then we'll go to the team comparison. We don't care what
I've got about 14 minutes until I've got to walk this dog.
All right, buddy.
So let's hurry it up.
Yep.
Let's get straight into the third. Watch the blowout, and then
straight into the third. Then, all right, let's do it. Come on, let me fast forward through this. Come on, get through it. All right, here we go.
Pack it up, boys.
That's it. Here we go. Here's start of the third quarter. Well, that's a good start for Boston right there.
You'd hope so. Tatum's going to have to come out of his shell and lace him. Start lacing him.
That's right.
Oops. 18 points.
Yep. Looks like we've got a bit more movement from the Boston Celtics. But still, it's one-on-one.
Yeah.
How about we do an off-ball screen, cut to the basket? Simple basketball strategy.
Oh! Oh, shut up, our Wiseman.
And that's deflating for the Celtics.
The onslaught begins.
Oh. Draymond with the nice cut. Oh, we got a bit of fisticuffs going. That's right.
Soon. 12 minutes. You're bored, baby. Alright. Can you close the door, please? Fast forward through these.
If you want, buddy, I think I might be able to save the game. Yeah, I can. So if you want to, we can stop the stream now, and another night when you're ready, we can actually start back up at this point.
Yeah, let's do that then.
All right.
Let's do that.
Well, thanks for joining me tonight, brother. That was fun, and we'll organise when we catch up again, and we'll take it from here.
Cool.
All right, my friend. Speak to you soon.
Brother.
Bye.